Welcome back to Theresa.is.Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. And if you're new here, welcome. I have an awful fucking mouth. And if you're not into that kind of language, then this is probably not the place for you. I am not for everyone. Example, I use fuck as a comma. It's not even trying to be funny, it's just how I talk. So if you're not into that, which is totally fine and acceptable, feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. If you want to jump to the overall swatches and the review and all that good stuff, I will leave a time code down below. Feel free to jump ahead. I hope you're ready for everybody's favorite time, catching up with Kisha. Took me all day to learn how to do that. If you are not familiar with Kisha, I'm going to, watch my old videos because, long story short, my phone got possessed and it started calling random people. I freaked out and I asked T-Mobile is my carrier. I asked them to change my number. I got this new number and now I receive calls for this girl named Kisha almost every day. It's getting to the point where if I don't get a call, I'm a little sad because I'm like, I guess Kisha didn't fuck up something this time. Not too long ago, I received a call from BMW Financing. Guess Kisha was really trying to aim high with that BMW. She got declined. Girl needs to work on her credit. I get calls literally every other day from Nelnet, which is like a student loan company, saying that she's defaulting on her student loans and they're going to start garnishing her paycheck. So, Kisha, if you're watching, girl, you better start getting paid under the table. You know what I mean? The government's coming for you. And then last but not least, this recent one. Now, I sometimes have actually a couple of doctor's offices call for Kisha. One time they told me that I have chlamydia. No, it was Kisha. This time was actually pretty good too. They always call when I'm at work, which is always a fucking pleasure. I think the caller ID said something like Family Medical Center. So I picked up. I'm thinking to myself, I don't have children. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it must be something for Kisha, so let me go take a message for her. The woman on the other line said, "Oh, hi Kisha, I'm glad I caught you." I said, no. Because the last time I thought that it was for me, I was told that I had chlamydia, to only find out that it was actually Kisha, which, whew, thank God for that. But, you know, because nobody understands HIPAA these days. So I stopped the woman and I said, no, you have the wrong number. I said, I think this used to be Kisha's old number. I'm so sorry, but this is not her line anymore.
Oh, okay. So when is Kisha available?
I don't know if you heard me, but this is not Kisha's phone anymore. This is my phone. My name is Theresa, not Kisha. Kisha doesn't have this phone number anymore.
Oh, I understand. So when are you going to see Kisha?
I said, well, I don't really know who Kisha is. I don't think I'll ever see Kisha because I don't know who she is.
Oh, right. So maybe soon?
Yes, I'll probably see her next week. Yeah.
Okay, great. Can you please let her know to give us a call back? It's in regards to her insurance.
Not a problem. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
I was like, what the fuck? But my favorite though, I actually have a new person now calling my phone. So Kisha, you might have to move over because yesterday when I was at work, a weird, I think like a New Jersey number called me. It was like a 201 number or whatever, which I think is a New Jersey area code. It sounded like, and it sounds so stereotypical, but it sounded like this fat mafia guy. Like I know you're probably saying like, how do you know he's fat? It's like, I could literally tell just in terms of how he was speaking. He just sounded like a stereotypical mobster. If you've ever watched Godfather, Goodfellas, growing up Gotti, shit, anything. You know how stereotypical mafia people talk. And this guy gets away and goes,
"Hey, is Broccoli Tom there?"
Excuse me?
Yeah, Broccoli Tom. Put Broccoli Tom on the line.
No, I think you have the wrong number. There's no Broccoli Tom here.
Yeah, put Broccoli Tom on the phone.
No, there's no Broccoli Tom here.
Just put him on the phone.
I'm sorry, but you have the wrong number. There is no Broccoli Tom. There never was a Broccoli Tom. You have the wrong number.
Just put him on.
I was like, I'm sorry, this is actually Carrot Carol. There is no Broccoli Tom here.
What?
I just hung up the phone. I was like, fuck you. I can't deal with you. All right, so moral of the story is, Kisha, you're out. I'm done. I'm over you. Broccoli Tom, you're in. And I can't wait to receive more phone calls for you. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Gemini palette from Melt Cosmetics. Now this palette, I have like, I don't know. When I first saw this palette, I lost my shit. I think I want to say, was it May? I think it was in May this palette came out. Was it May or June? I don't fucking remember. It doesn't matter at this point. I almost bought it, and then I saw the price tag. So this guy retails for $58. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And I didn't pull the trigger. Lo and behold, the shit sold out. And then all I've thought about since then was, you're a fucking idiot. You should have just bought it. Because in all reality, this palette speaks to me like you would never fucking believe. So when I saw that it was available for restock, I jumped as fast as humanly possible because I did not want to miss out on this guy. I just realized I had him upside down. So with that said, let me read you a little bit about this palette before I go into my overall thoughts and all that good shit. 10 bold pigmented shades in matte and metallic textures, soft warm neutrals to cool olive tones to satisfy every attitude. Change comes easy depending on your mood. Get the best of both worlds with the Gemini palette. Oh, that was it. Okay. Alright, I really just... thought there was gonna be more text there. Actually, what's kind of nice is that each shadow has a little blurb about it. Perfect for softening and blending away. All is missing are those corn chip scented paws. What? Excuse me? Fire OG, puff puff pass. What the fuck? What? I don't understand. All right. Okay, there's a lot going on with all this text here. Some of it funny, some of it weird. I'm into it though, I'm not gonna lie. I think this palette, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think this palette was created because of it was one of the owner's birthday. She's a Gemini, I think. I don't know the whole story about Melt Cosmetics. I've heard of Melt, and that was it. I don't own anything else from Melt, and I don't really see them actually talked about ever on YouTube, with the exception of when this palette came out. I've heard about the Melt single stack eyeshadows, but again, never purchased anything from the brand other than this palette. So I think what made me apprehensive about not pulling the trigger the first time is that I didn't really know anything about this brand. And I was afraid at the time to invest $58 into something that I didn't know if I would like or not. I think now that I'm a little bit more comfortable with makeup, especially trying different indie brands, kind of like Russian roulette at this point. So for $58, what do you exactly get? You get this beautiful palette, which I love the pictures of the kind of mustardy yellow, brownish roses, along with the green text. I think it just kind of plays off very well, and I just love how the black packaging looks incredibly sleek. Also, I like that I can't see my fingerprints on it because I love whatever this kind of material it is. When you open her up, you get a lovely full-length mirror that I'm going to hold like this so I do not blind you, and you get 10 wonderful shades. I find it very interesting, the placement of the black shadow, and much like the astrological sign Gemini being twins, it's like one side is brown and one side is green, and I really like that aspect of this palette. I think that's like a really cool touch. So with that said, this is what I don't like about the palette. One, there's a lot of fallout, like a crazy amount of fallout. And there are two kind of quick fixes for this. One, just do your eye makeup first and then the rest of your face after. Or you can use shadow shields, which again, thank you, Julie, for sending them to me. Now today when I used the shadow shield, it did not really work with me too well, only because I am still getting over a cold, so I think it was kind of running a little too hot today. So I had to keep reapplying the shadow shield to like stick to my damn face, but it just wasn't having it today. But I have used it the other day and it worked just fine. So I basically need to not be a sweaty fat piglet. With that said, there is a lot of fallout, and it's not easy to clean fallout. The shimmer shades, which I'll get to in a second, that had a lot of chunky, weird, gross, glittery bullshit fallout, but the mattes do leave slight casts. So I would probably say that was like the worst part of it. I look like, you know, a baby shit on my face, so awesome. So the other thing I don't like is the shimmer shades. I don't like them at all. I don't understand them. I think they're weird. They're weird. They're fucking really fucking weird, and I don't know if I'm not doing something right. I think, however, what I created was fine. It's just, it was such a fucking pain in the ass to do. There was so much chunky fallout, almost kind of like how the new ABH shimmer shadows are, where it's just like that, just fucking chunks of like ground beef crumbles just hitting your face, and I just don't like that. And I also felt like it wasn't a smooth texture. It felt a little rough. Granted, maybe a finger application would have been better, but I didn't use my finger. I used a brush, I used glitter glue, I used setting spray, I tried it dried. I didn't have a good experience with it. And I initially wanted to hate the palette just because of that. So with that said, I was actually going to review this the other day, but being that I was sick, it was kind of hard to get the energy to yell about things. And I think I would have gave this kind of a shittier review. Now today, I did my makeup only using the mattes. Bitch, I'm in love. I love the matte so much. Actually, but before I get into that, before I get into the things I love about this palette, I do want to show you two things with the shade Gemini and Goals. I actually want to show you something that I noticed. So this is the shade Gemini. As you can see, chunky city. Ah, gross. Okay. Now, if I compare that ColourPop Good Sport palette, the shade Wild Out, so you're probably saying, oh, not really quite the same. But if you use the shade Wild Out and the shade Rookie, which I'm gonna actually put on the same finger, I say if you combine two of those shades from the ColourPop palette, it could be a pretty nice dupe. And I find that the ColourPop quality is actually way better than this one. So this is the Milk Cosmetics swatch, and this is the ColourPop swatch. I say pretty good fucking dupe. So while I'm not a fan of the shimmers, the mattes on the other hand, fucking wig snatch, blown away. I don't know where the fuck it is anymore. I love the matte so much in this. I'm speechless. That's how much I love it. Now, I've been hunting for really good olive green, so it should be also Quest for Olive Green. And I found a couple of good ones, but all of these olive green tone shadows, fuck me up, Santa. This shit is good. I could not have I don't have one bad thing to say other than the fallout. Like, it's amazing. I love them so much. I really love the look that I created today, and I was so happy that I literally just did an all mattes look because I think it's just so pretty and spooky, and I feel like a fucking Disney villain, and I adore the shit out of it. And I really like the quality of it. I think this is probably some of the best eyeshadows that I have ever used. Yeah, I'll fucking say it. I'm gonna put it up on that high shelf there. I had no problems with blending anything out. I had no problems with pigmentation. I had nothing, no problems whatsoever. Other than the fallout being shitty, I have nothing bad to say about any of the mattes in this palette. I think they're all beautiful. They all are there for a reason. You would think like, oh, you don't really need that many greens, you don't really need that many browns. No, each one acts so special that when you layer them, they're clearly defined. It doesn't get muddled into a mess like some other palettes. Like, this is a beautiful, well thought out palette. I just wish that I loved the shimmer shades as much as I love the mattes. I definitely want to purchase more from this brand, but I think I'm only going to stay with the mattes and steer clear from any sort of shimmers or metallics, unless maybe the formula in this is different from the other ones. I don't really know, and honestly, I really don't care. I don't really need the fucking shimmers. I have enough shimmers. Fuck them shimmers. I think, to me, what's worth it in this palette is the mattes. They're beautiful. So if you are a fan of greens and browns and you're just a fall baby like me, I think you will love this palette. Yes, it's $58. Yes, it's on the high end, but I'm really not going to comment on that because I literally fucking bought a Natasha Denona and a Pat McGrath palette, so I'm going to shut the fuck up on that one. So I think the reason also why it's so high is, yes, it's an indie company. They need to make money. So I get why there is a steep price tag on it. What I don't like, and this is going to sound really funny, I hated paying $7 for shipping. And I know you're probably saying, why? I'm the stupid bitch that I will buy something, say it's like $100, I will buy that. But if I have to pay $5 shipping, I'm like, nah, fuck it, I'm not gonna get it. I'm that petty. So when I saw that I had to pay $7 for shipping, I was like, this palette better be worth it. No, I didn't care about the $58 price tag. I cared more about the fucking shipping cost. I make no sense, and I don't apologize for it. Whatever. If you have been on the fence about this, I don't think you should be. I think you should get it. I'm not gonna say Theresa.is.Dead approved because Jeffree Star will come for me. So I think if you're a fan of these colors, I do not think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with how beautiful this is. This is a perfect fall palette. This fucking screams fall so goddamn much. I am just in love. I'm a narcissist, but like, fuck, today I'm like, I'll definitely fuck myself later tonight. That's how I feel about this palette. I'm not sure if this is a permanent piece of their collection or if this is like another once it's gone kind of situation, but I know it's still available on their website. So if you have been kind of like, I don't know, kind of waffling back and forth, I don't think you'll regret it. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to take that gamble though, because it's not like you can go to Sephora or Ulta and put your little grubby little mitts in there and swatch the shit out of it. This is a little bit harder. Also, I think supporting smaller and indie brands is always a good thing because small business is always something that we need to support, not only in this country, but all around the world. Smaller businesses sometimes are better than bigger businesses, I find lately anyway. I kind of wish, I just want to like take the shimmers out and put 2 more mattes in there. And then literally I'll divorce Alex for this palette. Yeah, I said it. Sorry, Alex. I love you so much. See, aren't we perfect together? Come on. So on that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So I'll see you little pumpkins later.